Kim, seriously, holy Moses. You should be able to, it'll say, you have your phone normal.
Hi.
Ah, yay!
I'm here. I'm
Hi.
here.
Oh
You
my
just
gosh, you have no idea how happy I am right
my
now.
my dog just heard me saying I'm here, so she might try to come greet me. Let me just get this. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great. Can
Huh?
you guys hear us? Susan and Catherine, do you guys mind letting us know if you can hear us right now? All right.
Okay, I just want to get this in
All
the
right.
cradle.
Yay. Hi, Lori. Got people hopping on here to say hi. They've been so patient with me today. Hi, Catherine.
Oh, and you've been
Okay.
you've been patient with me.
No, I jokingly, honestly, if it weren't for Jason, I would still have a flip phone. I remember I fought him tooth and nail with that. I was like, I don't want to, like, I was like texting, like with my fat thumbs, like
And now
awful.
you wouldn't know what you would do without your
Right.
phone right now, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't have a business, but I still need a lot of help because this is not my thing. It's not my like
I
specialty.
know. Like I said, I can pay furniture all day, but don't ask
Yeah.
me to be technical.
Right. That's how I feel too.
Hmm.
So luckily we all can hunt somebody down that we know that can help us
Yeah.
with this stuff. So Kim, I'm so honored that you're with me tonight because
Losing
you're
my
an
hip here.
amazing, I know I have that problem too.
Yeah, I'm not used to
Um,
this, so okay.
we have Lynn Kelly on here tonight. She says that recognize your quilt, Kim.
Oh,
Do you know a Lynn Kelly, Lynn
oh,
Kaufman
my friend.
Kelly?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I
Hi,
was with.
Lynn.
Yeah, Lynn is a great friend. She's
Aw.
awesome. Hi, Lynn. I'm
Well,
glad that
thank
you came on.
Yeah, me too. So if you guys get a chance, I'll make sure you should be able to click on Kim's link above. So Kim is a member of the DIY Decor Makers group,
Hmm.
but she's also a small business owner and she's incredibly talented. She does beautiful work. So
Thank
Kim,
you. Thank you.
why don't you tell everybody what it is you do and maybe like how you got into doing what it is you do?
Um, well, it for me it happened later in life. I worked all my life and found myself with a job that was sold and went to another state. And I started doing it, the recreating furniture for fun. I started painting it. Didn't know really that there were certain paints for it, but I turned it into from a craft into an income. And then finally, I was lucky enough to open up a small business. So I recreate furniture. I use the Dixie Belle mineral chalk paint and I love it, absolutely love it. I'm blessed every day to know that I can do something that I love. I'm very much into repurposing and upcycling as well, and just showing everybody that maybe when you might think that something might be ready to be tossed, it doesn't need to be. You could turn it into something magnificent. And all the products that Dixie Belle has enables me to do that with all the different, the patinas and the glazes and the pearl essence and everything. It's just marvelous. I love it. Love it.
Yeah. So you're a Dixie Belle paint retailer too,
Yes, I
in
am.
addition to, but you
In
don't
addition.
have to be a retailer to be part of this group. You don't even have to use Dixie Belle paint to be part of this group.
Right.
But lots of us do because it is so easy. I mean, it's just so easy. Everything is there. Everything is ready to
Right.
go.
It's one-stop
Um,
shopping.
yeah,
They have everything that you could possibly need. But you're right.
yeah,
You don't have to. And
no,
that's what turned me into looking into a different direction, in the sense that I wanted to actually create home decor. So big pieces of furniture are great, but I would do stenciling with the hard plastic stencils or individual letters. And I'm also in your Cricut group as well, so I'm really excited about that. And going into the DIY group, there's already such an array of talented women that are in there, like reading what they're kind of like their specialties are. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like a wealth of information and tapping into everybody's resources. And like, how
yes,
great is that? How
yes.
great is
And
that?
Yes. And I feel like anybody from like a beginner on up to an expert has something different to
Sure.
offer. And my hope, my goal is to create an environment where people feel like they can take the creative risk and to share, because
Mm-hmm.
part of sharing, sometimes we think we don't have anything to share that is of value, but when you do take a chance and like share a little something, or even if you're in the group and you're quiet and you don't want to share, watching other people do that, there's something really inspiring about that, isn't there?
It is. It just makes us, I think it ignites a spark. And even like you said, Rita, even if somebody's a beginner, but we all have a creative
Yes.
inner person, and I think
Yeah.
it's just like you bringing that out in us, and I think that's what's going to happen. And it's like I get very excited when I'm watching your exuberance when you're doing your lives. And no, seriously, because then it's just like I can do that. I can do, like it is possible. And so you're taking all your knowledge and all the hard work you're getting all the nuts and bolts, and then you get it ready for the group. And I'm sure it does take a lot of work behind the scenes, but I know for me, and I probably can speak for a lot of people, but it's very much appreciated. So you're doing the
Aw.
groundwork, you're sparking the creativeness in all of us, and like I said, it just it sparks an excitement. And we're all artists in our own right. I don't care if you can only do a stick figure, but you might be able to do something else. And I think that's what makes it such a great group. And if somebody could possibly be in this group, they need to at least try it out, because I
Oh,
think you
you're
said
so
it's
sweet.
on a month to month basis, right?
Yes, so it's
So,
they can cancel
mm-hmm.
anytime, but if they get out,
Want to go
if
back
they
in.
want to go back in, there's no getting back in. And if they do want to get back in, they'd
Mm-hmm.
have to wait until the fall when the
Right.
doors open back up, and it'll be more
Right.
expensive because there is so much in
Right.
there
Mm-hmm.
to offer. But at the same time, I'm really conscious about not trying not to overwhelm everybody, because that is one of the biggest, I think, the thing that turns all of us off as creatives. We get overwhelmed because we have so many
Yeah,
ideas
our
of
brains
all
are
the things.
spinning
I'm
and
like,
spinning.
which do I do first? So I'm trying to give everybody a clear path to be able to say, okay, I'm just going to do this one project.
Mm-hmm.
And you never know, like you can take one project and stretch that into a bunch of projects without having to spend and go buy a million different products.
Right.
You just get some basic materials, get multiples of some inexpensive things, and you
Mm-hmm.
can do a myriad of different
And that's key.
projects with
Mm-hmm.
them. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It doesn't have to be a ton of money. And that's what I like too. The
No.
premise behind, your theory behind everything is like what you find around in your home, going to the Dollar Tree store, the dollar store, just things that you can incorporate that are already there that a lot of times I think we overlook.
Yes. I'm guilty of that too. I think, oh my gosh, I need this and this. And then when I stop and look at what I've got around me in my home that I'm not already using, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe not using in a way that I could be, it's
Right.
amazing what you can do and
Right. So
create,
you're repurposing it, and that's a good thing. Instead of throwing it out in the trash, you're finding
Right,
another
right,
reason to use it.
right. And so I think we all kind of share that common, I don't know, it seems like a lot of the women in the group already have that feeling of like, either they want to make signs, or they want to make, paint furniture, or they want to do stenciling on furniture. There's like a lot of overlap in all of that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Oh,
someone could be
sure.
doing a project probably on furniture. Like I'll be teaching a new finish every month on a small project, but you can take what I teach you and go do it on a piece of furniture. I mean,
Yeah,
it all
absolutely.
kind of weaves
Mm-hmm.
together. And
Right.
so that's kind of what will keep it, I
Right.
think, always interesting, fun,
Yeah.
and fresh
And
too.
I do believe no matter how much we might think that we know, there's a ton of stuff that we don't know. So again,
Yep.
just, watching what you're doing, and like you're saying, using it as a springboard maybe for something else. And then we're sharing ideas, because I've already seen
Yes.
things being bounced back and forth, that's fabulous. That's
Isn't it?
exciting.
It's
Yeah.
like the group's only been
It's nice.
open. It's only been open like not even, has it been a week? It opened on Wednesday. Yes, it's just been
Mm-hmm.
over a week, and people are like, my first group
Yeah.
challenge was for everybody to share something that if they could like wave a magic wand and be the master at something
I
creative,
know that
what
was
would it
great
be?
reading reading everybody's
Yeah.
posts.
Yeah, and it's exciting to see that people are already jumping in and helping each other with things and sharing some of their completed projects. But do you feel the sense of like you still have, like, do you feel rushed, or do you feel like you can go back and do things at your own pace in there?
Oh, I did. Actually, I think I was probably one of the latter that did the did the flower pot thing, because you get tied up in different things, and then I would go
Yeah.
back, and then I would rewatch the video, or I'd go back and I'd look at the supply list and say, okay, that's what I need. And I did not feel rushed at all. It was just all at my own pace. And I think that's, there might be some people that are just going to, they're doers and they're just going to go get it done right away.
Yeah.
And other, in stages. And that's what's so nice about it, is that we can all go at our own pace. There is no rushing. There's no timeline like, okay, we're going to get this done, and then, we're on to this. So I think that's a luxury of the group as well. That was good. That you did.
Good.
Yes,
Thanks.
that's good that you have
wink,
that one.
Wink.
No, it's true.
Because we're all so busy. And the nice thing is too, is like the project we did for June, which is this guy here. We did a bunch of different versions, and I also included a bunch of different SVG files and printables for people that want to use the they don't have a cutting machine and they want to use the
carbon
Thank you. The carbon paper method.
Yeah.
They could do that too. But the nice thing is you could actually use that like for the holiday season. You could do something like that. Or there's just a lot of ways. And I think I'll always be planning things ahead of season. So you're not waiting around as a business owner or a maker and saying, okay, well, like you don't want to find out in the end of November what your Christmas projects are going to be. You want time to plan and gather your materials and all those things. But I didn't want to forget to mention you had a huge win recently with your Cricut machine. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? I was like so proud of you. I was like a proud mother bird. Like, oh, she's got it. Yes.
Well, I did have a little bit of help from my son with setting it up, because again, asked me to paint something. Oh my gosh, I'm there. I got it, no problem. A lot of different things, but the technical part was a little bit hard to grasp onto. But I did it, and it really. I kept saying, this can't be hard. This is sold in hobby shops, and for ages from young to old. There's no restrictions. But I did.
Yeah.
I wound up making my welcome to our home. I also did our nest, and it was easy. I did it. Yay! And I was just like watching it going through the machine. And you're right, the Cricut, what do I have, the Air 2, it was just like, it was amazing to watch, like back and forth, and then sometimes it pulled it forward and then back again. And it was such an accomplishment. And it was like, oh my gosh, when I think about all the stenciling that I've done in the past, and like now this is easy and it looks beautiful. It just, it's flawless. And I had a couple of little glitches on it when I pulled it off, but like you said, and I just thought to myself, don't panic, just, we're going to rock and roll, like you say. And I just did it. And and it was really, really good. But I did want to mention too, that when you mentioned about the carbon paper, now that's something I might have the machine, and I might have all the stencils and everything. But when you mentioned about that carbon stenciling, I'm actually going to try it, because only for the fact that if I was ever in a pinch, or I was someplace that I needed to do something, I do want to know how to do it. So I thought that was really a cool thing. I like to know, all right, you can take the more direct route if you have this, and that. But if you don't, you found a way to show us. Yes. And I think that was great.
I'll be going live soon and sharing that on my page. Maybe even that might be a good live to do on Monday, just to show people how that could be done. I mean, they sell, painting markers that are easier to get cleaner lines on your edges, and then you can fill them in, or you can just try using really good paintbrushes with nice edges. But
that's
I think
good to know.
me, one of the things that I've noticed already a week and a half into this is that people are like, oh my gosh, okay, so throw me a heart, you guys. There are 50 billion types
I
of
know.
vinyl out
I was
there.
texting you. Remember? I was like, oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Which she's got them in her cart. She's like
It was
snapping
crazy.
photos like, Rita, which one do I buy? I'm like, just wait, get the one that's on my supply list because it's tried and
Right.
true for me. Like I know
Right.
every day of the week that's going to work for me.
Yeah. I
The,
want to see how many hearts you get on that one because
yeah,
that's true. That's
right. And I've got somebody in here too in our group that was like, oh my gosh, she was having such a hard time because she was using the wrong type of transfer tape. I mean, yeah, transfer tape. It was too sticky. And those little things, you guys, that I have tripped over and struggled with for the past 4 years, you do not have to go through when you get into this group because
that's
I will get you to the straightest path, the
mm-hmm.
fastest path. And if I don't know the
Yeah.
answer, I have lots of friends and there's 80 other women in there that probably know the answer if I don't.
Right. It's
So it
a
doesn't have to
sharing
be
of the
me.
knowledge. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. And
Yeah.
in like somebody earlier today, I said somebody was one of our members wanted to cut felt. Well, felt is not my thing. Like I'm not a fabric cutter. That's like I run away from anything with fabric. It makes me want to cry. And so somebody else jumped right in. I think it was Catherine Chase. She's like, oh, if you want to do felt, here's what you can do. Make sure you do this.
See,
And
that's yeah.
it was like so easy. So it's not, I feel like my role is to facilitate the learning and to deliver content in a way that's not overwhelming, that is encouraging. And then
Mm-hmm.
everybody else works together and we can get
Yeah.
so many beautiful things done together as a
Yeah.
group and cheer each other on.
Right. Well, that's why I think it's great that you came up with the group. And I do understand you're needing to close the doors, like you've said before, because you just want it to be done. So, then you know where you stand with everything. And,
Yeah.
everything has to be, I guess, there has to be a time date. So
Yes. And
I
I
hope
want to get
people
to
are
know
watching.
everybody. Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
want to get to know everybody
Yeah.
and serve them in a way that is best for them. And if I constantly have in and out, it's a lot more chaotic and harder to
Mm-hmm.
manage. And then people feel like
And
they're
we all
falling
appreciate
behind.
that. But we all
Oh,
appreciate that too.
oh, sure. Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I want this to be a great experience for everybody. And so that is what drove me to say, okay, we're going to close the door on
Mm-hmm.
Monday night at 10 p.m. Exactly. There's not going to be any exceptions.
Yeah.
And I just want people to take advantage of this if they are interested or even if they're wondering about it. I mean, what would you say are like the top 2 benefits to you in your life, like, or in your business or in your creative brain? Like, what are the 2 most important things about this group so far, even that you feel like are the most valuable to you?
Well, number one, the wealth of knowledge that not only coming from you, but from everybody else. Again, it's going to be tremendous for me and my business because it's going to be able to. It's a small business, and anybody with a small business or a booth or anything, you, social media is great, but I need freshness. I need things to bring people into my shop and to, have a buzz about it and say, oh, Kim's going to be doing workshops because that's my next step. I want to do workshops where not only am I teaching people how to do chalk paint and whatever, but they're going to, instead of just doing it on a board, I plan on having them doing it on a home decor piece. So they're not just painting and shading and glazing and waxing on a board and then what do you do with it? You're going to be learning those techniques, but it's going to be something that you can use in your home or give away as a gift, whatever you want to do. So the importance of the group, as getting back to your question, is the tremendous amount of wealth that's going to be giving, the knowledge that's being given from everybody in the group, but just the easement of learning all the different things from what you have to give us. Like you said, you've tweaked everything. You've gone through all the painstaking hours of what works, what doesn't work.
For hours. Yeah.
Right. And that's all eliminated. That's all eliminated. And if there's a project that somebody already knows how to do, which it might happen, but then we might learn how to elaborate a little bit more on that project and take it like a step further.
Yeah.
So,
and that's part of why I added the paint finishes to every month And we'll do bonus trainings. Like I have Catherine P. Vine from Catherine's Crochets and Crafty Creations coming in. She's going to be teaching how to transfer images in this beautiful way that I
know. I saw
so
that.
excited to share that with you
I
guys.
was in awe of that.
Like, what can't you do with that? Like, you could do that technique in a million different ways.
Yeah.
And so, really, Catherine,
that was
I'm
awesome.
so excited you were willing to share that, you know.
Me
and
too.
everybody, you know, everybody has, like we said before, everybody should feel like they have something to share with the world creatively. And this is a place where you can
absolutely
do that and get the direct path to getting to the fun stuff, which is the creating part.
And there's no right or wrong when it comes to art. It's all in the perception of the person. We can all do the same project, and it's the same thing with painting. I've told you before, we all see it differently. We all have a different touch. We all have a different eye. So that's what's nice, to be able to see like different color combinations and, you know, just again, the creative flow, and your group's going to get that excitement. I know it. As you being the one who's heading it, I know there's just going to be a lot of excitement.
You're so sweet. And it'll be fun. Like, that's what life is about. My dad was an old school Greek, and I've shared some funny quotes with you guys in the past, but the Greeks, they know how to, he used to say, enjoy it. You know how to enjoy life. You know, grab it and hold on to it. And
oh my God,
amen.
Yep, enjoying it. That's a good slogan. Enjoying it.
Enjoying it. And so we're going to enjoy it even when we're banging our heads against the wall, which hopefully won't happen because you're in my group. But there might be moments where, as a business owner or as a homemaker, and you're like trying to make something beautiful, or maybe you're having friends over for a brunch and you're trying to make these beautiful decorations for that thing you're doing at home. And you're like stuck on something. You have a group of women to lift you up and just like encourage each other and laugh together. And there's just nothing better than that, you know, really, in life. Yeah. So I am so, so thankful, Kim, that you are part of this community, because you are a treasure. You really are. Everything I've gotten to learn about
thank you.
I get like weepy because I just feel very, very lucky that all these amazing people have been put in my path, and then I get to share this experience with you guys.
And that is exactly how I feel. And if I've also have to say, like, if anybody has stumbled upon the DIY group, there's a reason for it. Like you said, there's different things that happen, and we get, you know, we get different people in our paths, in and out. It's all for a reason. So even if it's just to give somebody a little bit of a boost, or to help a business, or to get, you know, maybe somebody wants to go out on a venture, you know, with doing crafts, however big or
side
small.
hustle or whatever. You just never know what it will lead to.
Yeah. And if nothing else, it's enjoyable.
Enjoyable. Yes. I need to do print on demand and do t-shirts that say enjoyable or enjoying it.
I think you're on to something. Yeah, you're on to something. Let me tell you, your dad would be very happy.
Director.
Your dad would be very happy that you did that. He's saying, yes, you do it.
Yes.
Well,
well,
so
I am so grateful you were with me tonight. Please, you guys,
thank you.
Go check
I thank
out.
you.
If you
I thank you.
Anywhere near New Jersey, anywhere, you need to find her beautiful shop. Can you tell them about it? Just a quick, like, tell them the name, where it's located, give them the spiel.
I am Forget Me Not, and it's FOUR. I have 4 children and 4 grandsons. So instead of it doing FOR, like the flower, we did FOUR, Forget Me Not. And I'm in Hightstown, New Jersey, which is the central part of New Jersey. It's very accessible from either the Turnpike, Route 1, 130. It's a beautiful little town. I can't even begin to tell you how nice that town is. We have little shops. We have restaurants and gift shops and little diner and cafes and good Italian food and Jamaican food, everything that you can think of.
So they could come to one of your future workshops and make a weekend out of it, it sounds like.
Yes, they could. We have local hotels. It's just, it's really nice. There's a historical area, a couple of streets that have the homes, the Victorian homes from the 1800s. It's just filled with a lot of history. And we're very close to Princeton, which is chock full of history.
You do a lot of, do you do custom furniture orders as well?
Yes, I do
Okay.
pieces that I sell in my shop, which are, I do videos every once in a while. I do a lot of custom work, and I love my customers. I love them to bits.
I bet
Uh,
they love you too.
well, you know what? The thing is, by the time something is created, it's unique, one of a kind. There's never going to be another one like it, and it's custom made to the person and what they want. I always tell them, I might be doing the work, but we work together in what they want to accomplish. So it's actually
It's
their
like a
work. It's
vision.
just, yep,
Yeah.
it's just my hands that are doing it. So, and I'm
That's
very blessed that
awesome.
I can do that. Yeah.
Awesome. So go check out her page, you guys. Give her
Yeah,
a like
I'll
because
check
you
my page
never
out.
know when she might go live and share some of her secret talent with you, right?
I plan on, yes, I
So
got big things coming down the pike.
yes.
Big
So
things.
go check out her
Yeah,
page. I will
thank
make
you.
sure that it's very easily accessible in the description box above. I already did that, but I just want to make sure people can poke right on it and head over there
Thank
and
you.
check out what you've got. And again, and she's also a Dixie Belle paint retailer. So if you need your
Hmm.
paint supplies, go see her. She's got what
Yes,
you need.
please
She's
come
got
see me.
all of the inventory in her store.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. Thank you,
so
Rita.
thank
Thank
you,
you so
Kim.
much. Thank
You're the
you.
best. I appreciate you.
Uh,
All right.
I'm glad we got done with this. Good girl.
And you rocked it tonight. So thank you. Bye
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks for
Bye,
watching us.
everybody. Bye-bye.